Alrighty, everybody. Welcome tonight. Tonight on One Stop Guild Shop, in lieu of our normal sit down to play Dungeons and Dragons, we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. We decided tonight we were going to have a few absences tonight, so decided to, you know what? I just got this Call of Cthulhu game that I haven't played and I haven't gotten a chance to play yet. And I thought it'd be fun to stream this since it's very much in the spirit of our campaign. First off, I want to thank our sponsor, the Happy Hour Podcast with Johnny and Deuce. You can find them on Facebook. It's a fucking hilarious podcast. You can also find them on SoundCloud and iHeartRadio, and basically wherever you can stream podcasts, they are there. So go out, like them on Facebook, check them out. While you're at it, go to our Facebook, One Stop Guild Shop, and like our Facebook. If you're watching us on Twitch, go ahead and click that little follow button so you can follow all of our fun content. And I think that's about it. So let's dive in. Y'all should see me right now because I have a cat on my lap, and I've turned out all the lights in my house. I am ready to play a good horror game. So let's do this. Alrighty. Here we go. Yay for loading screens. Alrighty, almost there. Enter the madness. Oh, blood. That's comforting. Surrounded by gore. Yeah, everything's fine. This is fine. This is fine. Hey, look, my game's safe, so if I die in the first 5 minutes... Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. Ominous underground lair of some kind. Can only bode well for me. I'm assuming some cult activity. If you all have been watching our streams lately, because our new studio is actually in my home. One of my cats, CD, who appears on there frequently because she demands attention at all times. She is crawling all over me at this moment, saying, just vying for my attention. Let's see. Crouch. Up. Can't go that way. Okay. CD, lay down. Daddy is kind of nervous. Yeah, I love survival horror games. It's my favorite genre. But I'm also like the jumpiest motherfucker you'll ever meet. Which, if you know me, it's funny because I'm 6'7" and pounds. So I am not a small individual. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Okay, what did I miss? What did I miss? I'm going to try not to make this a full 2 hours of me trying to get out of this room. Ah, those look handy. Oh wait, no. That's fish guts. Gotta be hidden door or something that I'm missing. Ah, there's where I crouch through. Blam. Solved it. Fuck you, lock and chain. I found a way around. I'm gonna pick up the lantern. Okay, I need to bump up the brightness because I can't see shit. Oh, look at that. The Elder symbol. Yeah, I'm the type who I try to put it on the brightest setting just so I can see shit. It's like I appreciate what they were trying to do, but I also want to be able to see my game while I play. Well, oh good, I have bolt cutters now. And a lantern that doesn't make me obvious at all. Oh, look at that. Convenient boat. This can only go to a good place. What the fuck was that? I don't want to get on the boat. Do I get on the boat? Maybe I don't get on the boat. So how's everyone feeling tonight? Oh, I can put away my lantern. Only good things can come from that. Ominous voice in the dark. I'm gonna put my lantern away. I'm gonna crouch down. There are candles lit, and I hear music, which I'm sure only good things can come from this place.
What a putrid offering.
Ew. You got a couple killer whales, all sorts of gutted. Did I do this? Oh.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Do I want to run towards the ominous voice? I guess I have to.
Behold,
Oh look, cultist.
everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Oh, it was all a dream sequence. That's always lovely.
I hate whiskey.
Yeah, blame the whiskey. Not the, not the ominous voices or anything
I used
like
to be
that.
an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Ah, a detective agency. Lovely and
I should
familiar.
get rid of all this stuff.
Oh, look, phone ringing. There's my phone. There's my phone.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's
Why,
correct.
yes, I am.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Oh, let's see, what's this? Allocate character points. Sorry, y'all, I'm like 10 feet away from my phone, from my television. Okay, so strength is at a 3. Behavior. How many do I have? I can't. Oh, 7. Let's see, we'll do another in spot hidden. Investigation. So I have 5 more. Medicine. Occultism. I don't need eloquence. Psychology. Do another strength. And oh, it's spot hidden. That'll probably come in handy. Oh shit. Sorry, y'all. I just reset it. I do want psychology. We'll pull that one back because I want investigation. Okay. I think that's okay.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, you used to...
Ain't got time for his
coming.
shit. Her shit. Oh. Strange figure at the door. A case.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
Well, it's what you got.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me,
Oh, a
It
little
means
from
you're
column A, a little from column
Nobody
B.
believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
the painter. Yes, everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof,
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
what am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Ooh, spooky.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So nice. Looks like a happy-go-lucky painting. Not terrifying in the least.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
One more.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
See, this one's still...
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right.
And you think you're...
That is what you go to doc...
Okay. I thought that had different things, so...
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Hell does
Something's
that...
queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
But first, we'll have a drink.
Natural sciences, linguistics. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
I bet it's a cheery, cheery place.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Hello, CT. How are you? Let's see, anything else? Ah, learning of medicine. This should come in handy. Oh, that's nice.
I used to be an avid reader. I wonder why I still take these things.
Let's have sleeping pills just in case. I want to have some nightmares. Hi, Kai. Another one of my cats just jumped up here and sang hi, vying for my attention. They don't like it when I'm playing any of my electronics.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century.
Well,
But it seems to have been shunned since then.
it's off to Darkwater. Oh, that looks like a really cheery place, doesn't it? I hope everyone is enjoying this so far. It's, if you're just joining us, this is the game Call of Cthulhu on PS4. It's very, very, very early on in the game. I just started it. It's my first playthrough, so there might be some hunting and stuff like that going on. But yeah, thank you for joining me. If you could, if you haven't already, if you could click the little follow button on your Twitch app or website that you're on, if you could follow us here at One Stop Guild Shop, that would be awesome. Loading, 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 loading. Okay, CD, I need my hands. You can't lay on one. Let us once again enter the madness. In everything Cthulhu, fog and clouds is a good thing. Well, anything Lovecraft. And if you're new to our channel, we usually stream Dungeons and Dragons content.
We're almost there.
And the current campaign has a Lovecraft. I've brought the Lovecraft mythos heavily into the campaign. Right now, they're on the Tales of a Cult of Shub-Niggurath. We have all the videos on our YouTube channel. You can scroll down and you can find our YouTube channel, Call of Cthulhu. Well, doesn't this just look like a sunshiny good time of the town?
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
CD, please. Lay down over here.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Well then, let's look around this cheery, wonderful little town of Darkwater.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots!
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You
That's
can't
no way to
understand. You're
treat
not
an omen.
sailors. Oh, yeah? It's a sign. There's something coming. Trouble. Something real bad.
So something bad's coming. Something mutilated that whale. Let's see. Let's go talk to the harbor master first. Oh, look, a lantern. I pick you up? Nope.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. Cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Talk to you in a minute, because I'm going to look around and raid your office.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. This blackboard hasn't been used in a long while. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Oh, don't mind me, sir. I'm just looking around your home. Oh, look. Learning a Medicine, Volume 2. What's upstairs?
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
Oh, a wooden leg. Whale. That was just a reflection. I thought it was a thing that I could do. Oh, I'll talk to you.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Gonna sneak up on ya. Boo.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder? I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Been there, done that.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Oh, that's kind of rude. Ooh. I gained a point. Let's see, where can I... Spot hidden is almost done, or is almost leveled up. Oh, I can't directly improve those. So let's see. 5, 4, 6, 2. Let's give it psychology. Well, to the bar! Stranded whale. Well, he seems a cheery chap.
Hey, be careful.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Yes, lots.
The Stranded Whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Charming.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
I think we'll get along well. That'll be all for now.
Drunken people singing.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Maybe that.
What can I get you?
That'll be all for now.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Come on, drunks. We need a new verse. Here. You lay down here. That's perfect.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God. She will do it again. Cold. She won't stop asking.
She will get us in trouble.
Oh, can I not talk to you?
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
My God.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I heard the Hawkins family owned a warehouse on the docks.
An old family of ship owners.
Tell me something I don't already know.
They were made much richer by the miraculous catch.
You shouldn't talk about the dead like that.
We're not speaking ill, we're just saying that Daniel Hawkins made a fortune without taking any risk.
There! You're speaking ill, you see?
It's your proof that the miraculous catch really did happen.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
If I had the wings of the girly boys, I would swear men fly.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after.
I'm totally not listening.
Standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message. What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it.
That was not the good answer. Couldn't tell which one in there was the good answer. Well.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
What could have done so much damage?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Cops, they can't understand.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Fair enough.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Is it Cat who's shaking down?
Nothing at...
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the Cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Anything of use in here? No. No, I totally wasn't just spying on you.
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
Now, we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Should I try to lie?
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
Well, let's see what's over here. This is a very pretty game.
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give. St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Alrighty. One moment, folks. Let's see now.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. If you want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
I shall take my leave. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Oh.
This ratchet device seems to be usable. It looks like there's a way in under this grate. A handle. It must come from these old winches. An old cogwheel. Rusty, but in working order. I could use this old winch to lift the grating. Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Yeah, this can only lead to a good place, right?
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic. I hope it's not.
Long, lot to go through to get to a, oh, what's that, what's that? Oh, God. Oh, dear Christ, no. Oh, dear God. Well, who needs a change of pants after that?
This is primitive. Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case? What happened here?
So you're not doing anything else other than that. What's going on over here?
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
I feel like I exited that mode too quickly. Candles are still burning. Lanterns are still lit. Go outside yet? Swam through a tunnel and got freaked out by seaweed, thinking that it was an octopus there to kill me. I feel like there should be more in here. feel like I missed a lot just now. Can I get back into that mode? I hate it when I miss stuff in games. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't have looked at that. There are other things to examine. You know what? I'm going to go to the last checkpoint. I really hope it didn't just send me back to the beginning of all this shit, or else I'm going to be very sad. Once again, if you're watching us, go ahead and click follow. We normally do a weekly Dungeons & Dragons sit-down that is heavily Lovecraft themed. Right now they are tracking down a cult of Shub-Niggurath. And if you want to see past episodes, go ahead and scroll down and there's a link to our YouTube page. Just search for One Stop Guild Shop. And we're also on Facebook at One Stop Guild Shop. So yeah, follow us, like us everywhere. We would very much appreciate it. And everyone who follows this channel gets a follow back from us.
Oh, this place stinks.
Oh, good.
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case? What happened here?
Yes,
who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? It smells as bad as it looks. What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
So yay, I'm so glad that that didn't send me back to the beginning, because I would have been very, very, very sad.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Alrighty. That was worthwhile.
Someone settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Look around you. Someone has settled in here. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Damn.
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
I'm sure we will, bitch.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Well, that just looks like a lovely place, doesn't it? So I think that this, I'm sure that there's a cutscene coming up, but right after the cutscene, I'm going to take a short 5-minute break, get up, get another glass of water, all that jazz, and then I'll be right back. So this game is pretty damn cool so far. Very much reminds me of Myst.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion. place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
I am a private investigator. I have all the questions.
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
There's a lot I want to ask you.
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around it, would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Alrighty, folks. I'm going to take a quick break for a couple minutes. So I will be right back. So stay tuned, please. As I take my microphone off. Okay, everybody, I am back. Let us go into the Hawkins mansion. Such a cheery place.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined. Poor kid. Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this? The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
Hey.
Poor kid. Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place. Sturdy and well sharpened. Sturdy and well sharpened.
Maybe if I just go up to the mansion, that'll force the issue. That's the graveyard.
The axe is gone. I'd better be on my guard.
Oh, that's comforting.
I'll have to find another entrance. This entrance is still in use. Whoa! Whoa!
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa. You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. And let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Right now I'm surrounded by cats who all are trying to vie for my attention. If you knew me, you'd know that I am the crazy cat man. I started with one cat, now I have 3. Though technically one of them is my ex's cat. Who has become my cat? And then the one I adopted at work, because he was found in a co-worker's engine. Gonna sit right there, Kai.
Follow me.
Let's go.
I know the place. Who left this light on?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me? What kind of meat is this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer? Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way. Charles and Sarah's wedding, as painted by Sarah herself. Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? Did it stop at the time of the fire?
CD.
Did someone escape the fire? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
Honey, I'm talking to my kitty CD who keeps trying to grab my hand so I can pay attention to her. Hang on, folks, I just got word that I need to plug my phone in. Because he's about to die. Hello, Jofer. My buddy. CD, let go of that. Ow. Ow. You do not need to bite me. Do not chew on this cord. Do not. CD. She's trying to chew my microphone cord.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person. An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Something hidden around here.
A crowbar could prove useful. This door is blocked from the outside. An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
That would be worth an incredible amount of money today.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. This place was falling apart long before the fire. What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
Convenient how all these lamps are lit.
There's something disturbing about this painting. There's something disturbing about this painting. 20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Y'all are enjoying watching this game as much as I am playing it. So really, I love games like this.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla. What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police? Locked. What will her room reveal about her? A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller. That's a massive dose. Was Sarah violent? This padlock is too complicated for me. It's no use. The padlock won't give. boys' room. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer, Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him. The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time. Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve? Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other. This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold. It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life. Bradley? Is that you? Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Are nearing the end of the stream. Probably
Is
after
anyone there?
This cut stream will call it an evening. Oh.
You! Stop!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
So on that note, I think we're going to go ahead and call this an evening. So, let's see, I think it just saved. So, thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you've had fun, and I hope you enjoyed watching so far. I am going to continue this series on a different day, not our Tuesday nights, but I haven't quite decided on a day yet, but this is a second show I've been wanting to do, sitting down and playing games, some of my favorite survival horror and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you once again to the Happy Hour podcast with Johnny and Deuce. Find them on Facebook at Happy Hour Podcast, and like them there. You can find them on wherever you stream your podcasts. It's a hilarious show. All of the members of One Stop Guild Shop have been on there a few times, and it's always a lot of fun. So also, if you could give us a follow here on Twitch, like us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. All you have to do is search out One Stop Guild Shop and you'll find us. So thank you so much, everyone, and have a fantastic evening. I gotta figure out how to stop broadcasting. This is my first time broadcasting. Oh my God, stop.